Welcome to Writer's Way Podcast with our host, Amy Clark. Today we're joined by the incredible Leslie L. Daniels, author of Friendly Ties. Get ready for an exciting conversation about storytelling, creativity, and the journey behind the book. Let's dive in.
Hello.
Hi to you, Leslie. How are you doing today?
I am doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. So, Leslie, thank you for joining us today. Could you introduce yourself to our readers, book buyers, physical bookstore owners, librarians, and also book investors?
Okay, sure. My name is Leslie Daniels. I'm a military brat by heart, and I've been writing since I was 12.
And can you tell us about your background and what led you to become a writer or an author?
When I first started writing, it was 12 years old. Like I said, I'm a military brat. So my dad got stationed in Korea, and it was that he wasn't allowed to have a family with. So he was there by himself for a year while we had to stay in the States. So I would write my dad a letter and put a poem in it that I wrote a poem for him. And so I started writing him poems on a regular. And then this is back when, I don't know if anybody remembers, MySpace, kind of like the Facebook and all that stuff. I had a MySpace account and all my friends on there, and I would start writing short stories, mainly around Halloween because that's like my favorite holiday or whatever you want to call it. So I'd write stories for Halloween for all my friends to enjoy on my MySpace. And they would always comment like, "Oh, that was pretty cool. That was funny. You should write. You should write a book." That is how I came about to writing a book and decided to say, okay, let's give it a shot and see what's happening.
And you know what? You really did a good job in terms of writing this type of book, because this book is a non-stop action-packed journey into a world where witches fight not just supernatural enemies but also the darkness within themselves. And the protagonist element is a fierce and complex heroine turn between love, duty, and her own power. So the battles are intense, the magic system is well crafted, and the twists keep you hooked until the very last page. And it must read for fans of urban fantasy. And now, can you actually give me, what inspires you? Or a brief summary of your latest, for this book?
Believe it or not, Elements did start as just one of my little short stories for Halloween. A short story on my MySpace account. And that was how she became a full-blown, in my book. It's because my friend says, you need to turn this into a book. You need to make it an actual, not just a short story here for us. And so she found it as a short story.
Oh, yes. And what themes or message do you hope readers take away from it?
Well, the message is, I hope, first of all, the message I want them to take is it's okay to escape your reality just for a little bit, no matter how far-fetched it is, being sci-fi fantasy. And everyone, every single person in this entire world has a dark side to them. That doesn't make them a bad person. Okay, we all have that. It's the yin and yang in everybody. You have the white side and the dark side of everybody. Everybody has that. It's a matter of which side you choose to see is the one that dark. That's just what I want them to say, just to enjoy it, relax, get away from your reality and jump into some magic for a little bit.
Because you know what, Leslie, based on we evaluated the book, and it seems like we are really watching a movie with the book that everyone, even younger generation, will enjoy, the book. And that's what we like about the book, because from the younger age to teenager, to those, to adult, then everyone, or this type of genre of book, everyone is applicable, like any age,
And that's what I wanted to do, is to make sure it is gender friendly from anybody from the ages of 13 and up. Because nowadays kids don't want to read. They want to play their games. They want to do whatever. But my 3 daughters, I raised them up on reading books. All 3 of them love reading books.
Oh, yeah. That's nice. And now, does this book reflect any personal experiences or beliefs?
It does have a lot of my beliefs in it, yes, and there is a couple semi-personal experiences that I worded in the book. So yeah, it just comes from the heart between the characters, and I mean, who doesn't really want to be a kick-ass type of person in life? Who wants to just be able to conquer everything that is thrown at them.
Mm-hmm.
So
when we are young, that we really believe that there is, there's witches, and I love it. I love it. The concept, the content of the book, I really enjoyed it. And who are your biggest literary influences?
Well, personally for me, I'm an eclectic reader, so I read all kinds of genres. I like detective stories, I like horror stories, I like mystery stories. I am a big Laurel K. Hamilton fan, I'm not gonna lie. I love her books and her characters. But just collect all kinds of stories and books. I don't just set my mind on one kind, because then I could be missing out on a great story somewhere else. So I open up.
Oh, wow. And what do you love the most about being an author?
First of all, the thing I love the most about being an author is that you're inviting me into your personal life for however long it takes to read one of my books. That is a precious gift, because time is what we don't ever get back. So you're giving me time into your personal life, and that's a greatness. Second of all, is just knowing that someone out there loves what I created, and it hits them in a way that just makes them like, wow, I couldn't put the book down. I just love the characters. I pictured everything in my head. It was so great. That right there is like gold to me. That's the ultimate payment right there, is being able to get that kind of feedback from my readers.
Oh, wow. And on the marketing side of the book, will you create a website? Or let's say, what are the social media, marketing campaign that you have done for the book? Platforms will you use for promotion?
I don't really have any type of social media for it or any type of website for it. I'm not really a tech savvy girl. I'm more of the imagination girl, and everybody else is not a tech savvy person. I'm just saying that up front. So a lot of times it's word of mouth is really how I get my books out.
Okay, all right. And do you want to, let's say, someday or one of these days, do you want to see yourself to be acquired by a traditional publishing companies, or your book will be turned into a movie or for a movie adaptation?
I would love to see that. I would love to be getting adapted to a traditional publisher. That would just be great, because I have so many stories in my head and so many stories I have stored in my Microsoft Office, I think all the stories that I've written so far would be understandable, and they're all around the same kind of nature. They're all fiction, they're all, urban, they're all kind of sci-fi. Those are the kind of things I like to write, because that's what I enjoy the most. And you need to write what you know, and that's what I feel like I know, because I just enjoy that kind of genre. I like that kind of an escape.
Because I believe that, in this literary industry, Leslie, it's not easy. It will be challenging for a self-published author, all right? And now, are you aiming for a commercial success, or is your primary goal personal fulfillment?
I don't see why they can't be both. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course.
Let's aim for all of it, Let's go with the big bang. Let's do both.
True. So let's manifest for that, right? So let's manifest for the success, of course, with the help. We will be working here as it, okay? And, through this recorded interview, we were able to express, or I can say that, we are informing book investors, physical bookstore owners, librarians, universities, let's say, book buyers and readers, to let them know that you have this wonderful story, Leslie. And now, are you working with any books or new books in the future aside from this book?
Oh, yes. I actually, in fact, have a work in progress for these continued series for these characters, Elements and her crew. There's another book out there in the process. It's called
Mm-hmm.
Soul Ties with Friendly Ties. And I plan to make this a trio set, but there's no stopping it. It can actually get increased to even more than 3 books. But right now, when I first came up with Elements and her crew, it was only a 3-book series in my mind. You know, like 3-book series that I was writing on. But, you know, it doesn't have to stop at 3 books, depending on if it gets picked up, how popular it is, how many elemental fans come up out of the woodwork, you know. Then, you know, it could be more. But right now, I have it at a 3-book series. And so, you know, Elements will be out there for at least a little while.
And what you can tell to the physical bookstore owners, librarians, you know, universities for the book?
Well, I don't know what I could tell about it besides, you know, I think it's a great book, and obviously that's only because I wrote it. But I think it would be a nice place to have in your home, be it a library, be it a university, be it a bookstore, you know, and I think it will do well.
Yes, of course, because, you know, physical bookstores and those librarians and universities, you know, especially physical bookstores, you won't regret once you will accept the book of Leslie to put on your bookstore shelves, because surely this is really, I can say that if this will be discovered by the readers, it will be a blast for sure. And now, any final message to the book readers and also to the book buyers or book enthusiasts?
Well, I guess what I would say is that, you know, I would appreciate just a chance to prove my worth, to prove my writings, to prove my words, and, you know, walk on faith, see what happens.
Oh, yeah. So now, my message to all the book readers, book buyers, yes, we are working on this project, and for sure, soon the book will be rebranded. It will be a new release for a really, I can say, a new book, you know. And I am looking forward for them to grab a copy, and also they can actually contact Writers Way Solution, you know, because while we are working on the project, Leslie, we accept advance. If they really want to grab a copy, you know, they can message us for advance purchases of books. Okay, so yes, thank you so much, Leslie, for, you know, your time and effort. You really did a good job, and I appreciated it. And yes, how about for the book investors, Leslie, or traditional publishing companies or movie companies? You know, the final message to them.
Take a chance on me. You'll definitely make money from me because I do have a lot of books and stories in progress. I am not going to be a wasting time. I don't know what else to say.
You have so much. You have so much things to offer. You know, with this.
Yeah, I have so many things to offer to a traditional publisher. I mean, I will definitely be able to put out books.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, for the book buyers, book readers out there, just wait for the new release of book of Leslie, and you know, you can grab a copy. So Leslie, that's it for now. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day to you, dear.
All right, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it, and you have a wonderful day too.
You too.